Assalamu alaikum dear students. How are you all? Hope you all are doing well. This is your teacher Rosina of subject Social Studies for class 5. I welcome you to another lecture. So let's begin with the great name of Allah, who is the most merciful and beneficial. So in today's lecture we will be doing the exercise of unit 2. So in your neat notebooks you have to write down the day, the date, and the classwork. On the first line, on this line, you have to write down the day, the date, and classwork. Under this, you have to write down Unit 2, the name of the unit, map skills, and then topic vocabulary. In vocabulary, you have to write any 7 words which you have learned in this chapter. So I am not dictating you the words. So you have to write down any of the 7 words which you found interesting or which were new for you. आपने कोई से भी 7 words लिखने हैं vocabulary में अपने unit 2 से जो आपने न्यू वर्ड्स सीखे हों या जो आपको बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगे हों. सो यू हैव टू राइट एनी ऑफ द 7 vocabulary words from unit 2. Then on next page you have to write down unit 2 again, map skills, and the topic you have to write is questions answers. So I am going to dictate you the answers of all these questions. They are on page number 25 of your textbooks. So I will be dictating you the answers or I will mark them in your books. So pay a close attention to the answers which I am going to mark you. So number first question is, what are maps? So you have to write down under the topic question answers, the first question, what are maps? Its answer is on page number 11. What are maps? Its answer is on page number 11. From the first line, you have to write down, maps describe certain important features of a specific area of land in a visual or graphic form, full stop. They help us understand important things about the surface of the earth in a visual way, full stop. So you have to write down this answer, that is on page number 11, the first 2 lines under the heading what are maps. Question number 2 is, why is a map called a bird's eye view? Question number 2 is, why is a map called a bird's eye view? Again, its answer is on page number 11. Its answer is on page number 11. The second paragraph, that is, when looking at maps, we must remember that they only show us the top view of the features of the earth. So you do not have to write this. You have to write down the answer as, from the question you will write down the answer, map is called a bird's eye view. From here, map is called a bird's eye view because, then from this line, from the middle of this line, they only show us the top view of the features of the earth. It is the view that you would get if you were flying over the land like a bird. I will repeat the answer. From the question you have to write, map is called a bird's eye view because they only show us the top view of the features of the earth. It is the view that you would get if you were flying over the land like a bird. Then question number 3 is, write about any two. So you have to write about any two of these. Four are given to you, so you have to write any about any two of them. Write about any two: title, grid lines, legends, and scale bars. So you have to write about any two of them. So answer of question number 3 is on page number 14 and page number 15. So you have been given the title, the grid lines, and scale bar and legend. So you have to write about any two of them. So you have to write the full paragraph. So you can write any two of them, whichever you like. Question number 4 is, write the names of the three common methods to show the MAP scale. Write about one. The answer of question number 4 is on page number 17. So you have to write down the answer, like you will write down number 1, the graphic method, number 2, the verbal method, number 3, the fractional method. So the question was that you have to write down the names of three common methods to show the MAP scale and write about one. So you have to write about any one of them. I will repeat. You will write the answer. You will write number 1, or you can write as the common methods to measure the MAP scales are, right? You can write the common methods to measure the MAP scale are number 1, the graphic method, number 2, the verbal method, number 3, the fractional method. And you can write any one of them, then you have to give the heading of those. If for example you want to write about the fractional method, so you will give the heading of the fractional method and you will write the 3 lines. The fractional method is the small one. It has only 2 to 3 lines, so you can write these. Right? आपने पहले लिखना है क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 में the common method to measure the MAP scale are, फिर उसके नीचे number 1, the graphic method, number 2, the verbal method, number 3, the fractional method. उसके बाद आपने हेडिंग देनी है the fractional method और उसमें आपने ये पैराग्राफ लिखना है. Then question number 5 is, what is the difference between a large scale map and a small scale map? So its answer is on page number 20. A map which shows small area is called a large scale map. A map which shows a large area is called a small scale map. So the answer you will write is, a map which shows a small area is called a large scale map. A map which shows a large area is called a small scale map. Question number 6 is, what are lines of latitudes and longitudes? Why are these lines important? Its answer is on page number 21 under the heading lines of latitude and longitude. So you will write down the answer as, the lines of latitude and longitude are imaginary lines forming an imaginary grid over the entire Earth's surface. Latitudes and longitudes help you locate places on the map. I will repeat. You will write down, the lines of latitude and longitude are imaginary lines forming an imaginary grid over the entire Earth's surface. Latitudes and longitudes help you locate places on the map. Then we have question number 7, but the answer of question number 7 is bit lengthy. That is on page number 21, the special lines of latitude. So we will leave this question and we will be doing question number 8. Why are maps important? So its answer is on page number 24. Maps give us a lot of information. We must learn about events through maps. Answer is, maps give us a lot of information. We must learn about events through maps. So you have to do all the questions except question number 7, and the other task is that you have to write down the vocabulary words for any of the 7 vocabulary words that you find interesting and that you have learned and that were new for you. Other than that, you have a small little another task, and that is that you have to write down only 5 blanks, just 5 blanks from the whole unit. So you have to write down any of the 5 blanks. So here you have 3 questions to do. Number first, you have to do the vocabulary. Number second, you have to do the question answers, and you have to write down the 5 fill in the blanks. So this was all for today. Take great care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.